Hello everyone and welcome back to What the Florida, the show where in each episode we do a deep dive into a distinctly Florida topic. I'm your host and Professional Floridian Kim, and on today's episode we're doing another theme park related Florida stereotype. This time we're looking at universal adults. So, I didn't actually plan on doing this video until after summer, but the response on the last one was so positive, I've decided to just put it out. See what happens when you like and comment my videos. I make more of them. Like and comment this one if you like it too. Alright, moving on. Now, you might be thinking, Kim, how is this going to be any different from your last Disney Adults video? That's a very fair concern. They're both Orlando-based theme parks and have been around since at least the 1990s, so there is actually a lot of overlap in the fandom. But the more I thought about it, the more I noticed that there were actually some very vast differences between the two groups. So, if I may, I'd like to discuss some of those right now. While Disney adults are very into the aesthetic, they have the matching ears, the pristine outfits, the Dapper Day couture. Universal adults are more about efficiency. Now, that's not to say that Universal adults aren't stylish in their own way, but I've actually found that outside of special event merch, such as, Halloween Horror Nights and Mardi Gras, there isn't a lot of hype over Universal merch. I think the closest that I've seen in my 15 years of Universal fandom is like the 30th anniversary merch. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. That's right, I'm a filthy Universal adult too. Don't come for me. I've actually been a fan for Universal for much longer than I have Disney. I remember being there for all of my school field trips, starting all the way back in 4th grade. Even my birthday trips growing up, we always just went to Universal, and I loved it. See, I was a very edgy child, and if you don't recall, in the early to mid-2000s, Universal ran these ads on TV that really caught my attention.
I want to relax by the pool and spend time with my boys. I'm a huge fan.
I want my mommy.
I want to feel the wind in my hair.
Two thrilling theme parks, world-class hotels, restaurants, and incredible nightlife. Universal Orlando Resort, a vacation from the ordinary. Fairy tales and pixie dust not quite your thing? Log on to universalorlando.com for a vacation package that'll blow your mind.
Universal Studios, from its inception in Florida, has always been compared to Disney. I mean, I've already been doing it this entire video. And there's a good reason for that. I mean, Universal Studios, Hollywood Studios, they're both pretty similar. But if you'll allow me a quick tangent, I will actually explain why that is. So in the 1980s, before Universal Studios Florida even opened, they were going around to pitch meetings trying to get funding for the park. It was a long and arduous process that nearly didn't work out. I'll post a link down below to an in-depth video on this subject from Theme Park History. It's a great channel and I highly recommend it if you are a Disney, a Universal adult, or if you're just interested in theme park history. Basically, the short version is Michael Eisner was in one of Universal's pitch meetings for Paramount. And a few years later, he ended up being the president of the Walt Disney World Company. So before Universal could even break ground on their new Universal Studios project, MGM Studios at the Walt Disney World Resort had already started construction, and they stole a lot of their concepts and ideas. All of this is to say, Universal adults know this history, they remember this history, and we still hold a grudge. Eventually, Universal decided to just sort of lean into the comparison. Fine, if you're gonna compare us anyway, we'll just flip the script. We're not your family's theme park, we're a cool theme park. To this day, even in shows like Horror Makeup, they'll joke with kids in the audience like, this isn't Disney, we don't have to be nice to you. Warms my little emo heart. But back to Universal Adults. Universal Adults are aggressively nostalgic, not just for the rides of the past, but the shows of the past and the Halloween Horror Nights of the past. They all have a favorite Halloween Horror Nights icon, and it is never, ever Lady Luck. They remember when Nickelodeon Studios was doing Slime Time Live in the park. They remember when that ride was Dueling Dragons, and when the Toon Lagoon Amphitheater had an extreme motocross stunt show. These people love the 90s, and they're not afraid to tell you about it. Because of the bigger thrill rides and the overall attitude the park promotes or has promoted in the past, the audience tends to be a bit older. This allows for other in-park activities, such as drinking, to be a thing. Now, it's not as prevalent as, say, drinking around the world at Epcot is, but Universal Adults are the ones that hang out at the parks and drink so often that they're on the first name basis with all of the bar staff at Finnegan's, Chez Alcatraz, and even Backwater Bar at Iowa. They know all of the specialty drinks such as the Mummy, Ocean Attack, the Single Rider, and yes, they do miss the blood bag shots for Halloween Horror Nights. And of course, we cannot forget to mention the overlap of Universal Adults and Harry Potter fans. They've got the tattoos, they've got favorite temperature of butterbeer, they're in the parks year-round in their sweater vests and their house robes, chugging water to not die of heat exhaust. Wizarding World of Harry Potter is their happy place. They miss the Harry Potter celebrations in January. And they don't even care that they tore down my beautiful, perfect, precious Jaws ride to build what? Diagonally? Ugh, you people make me sick. So now that we have a bit of an idea of who these Universal Adults are, I'm going to talk us through the process of becoming one. Later, we're going to be meeting up in the park with my best friend Elise. She's what we would call a non-uni adult, to see if we can spot the differences in perspectives of a Universal Adult and a non-Universal Adult. As I said before, Universal Adults want to focus on efficiency rather than aesthetic, but that doesn't mean you can't look good. First, we want to start with our outfits. Universal Adults, as we know, love nostalgia. So obviously, I have this pink tank top with the classic Universal logo on it. I'll pair it with some comfortable, stretchy shorts. We want to make sure it has a lot of give because we're going to be drinking and snacking on a lot of churros during the day. Bathing suit is of course optional, and we're going to keep makeup to a minimum. Any good Universal Adult knows that we're just going to sweat the makeup off on our half-mile hike between parks, and what doesn't get sweat off in the Florida sun will be washed off in one ride on Dudley Do-Right or Popeye and Bluto's. Anything we put on needs to be long-lasting and waterproof. Masks are also optional at this point, but I'm gonna bring this 30th anniversary style mask just in case. Very important, footwear should be comfortable, but also waterproof. Crocs are probably gonna be your best bet. Sneakers are a close second, though if they get wet, it's gonna get real miserable real quick. As I am a professional theme park attendee and a masochist, I'm gonna opt for sandals. And finally, what are we carrying our stuff in? A fanny pack, of course. All Universal Adults know that most bags aren't allowed on the roller coasters at Universal and have to be stored in lockers. They're tiny, tiny little lockers. However, for some smaller rides like Mummy and Hagrid's, you can actually get away with wearing fanny packs. Plus, on the rides where you have to put your stuff in a locker like Hulk and Rip Ride Rockit, fanny packs slide very easily into the tiny lockers. And finally, we have our lanyard, which keeps our passes safe, dry, and easily accessible. Plus, it's a perfect place to display our free Universal annual pass holder pins. All right, looking good. I think we're ready to head to the Universal Orlando Resort and check out the theme park through the eyes of a Universal adult. Let's go. Hello, we are at Universal Orlando Resort now, and this is Elise. Hello, Elise. Elise, you're not a Universal adult, correct? But you do still enjoy going to the parks from time to time when it's not super crowded and the first day of summer? Perfect. So before we head inside, we're gonna judge this outfit of yours.
Once again, we're going to remind the viewers at home what a universal adult looks like and what a degular adult looks like. Go ahead and do a slow turn for me, girl. As you can see, she's wearing a backpack. That's a no-no. What is this? Makeup. Ooh, that's going to sweat off beautifully. All black. What a choice. Jeans. Why? Sandals. You're going to regret those. Bold choices, Elise. Bold choices. But I guess we'll see how it holds up. So, do you want to go to IOA or Universal first? Well, then let's do IOA first because it's probably going to rain. And Universal has more inside rides.
Universal's newest coaster is actually pretty cool.
Don't you mean churro stand?
No. Let's take the train to Hogsmeade.
It's a 45-minute wait. It'll be shorter to just hoof it. Let's get a time for Hagrid's.
Oh no, all the times are all out for today.
That one, let's go.
Are you even reading syndicated comics anymore? When are you gonna stop making Fast and Furious movies? Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I actually agree with you on that one.
Hang on, I just gotta put my bag in a locker.
Meet me in line.
Isn't E.T. a kid's ride?
You don't ride E.T. for the ride. You ride it for the smell.
Let's ride your Pride Rocket.
No. So Elise is a non-universal adult, and you spend the whole day at the park with me, a universal adult. What did you learn?
Never go to the parks with you again.
So it is a different day. I realized that I forgot to film an outro for this video, so I set up really quickly my phone I'm filming on, and I'm sitting on an exercise ball because I didn't have time to set everything up properly. I just wanted to come back on here and say thank you so much for watching. This video was so much fun to make. A special thank you to Elise, who sat through the Florida heat in a crowded theme park and did stupid jokes with me. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below what your favorite part was, how Elise did, etc., etc. All interaction with the video helps my engagement, so I really appreciate it. I don't think there will be another theme park adult stereotype video in the future. I mean, the only ones left here are like Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, and I neither have a pass for those nor an interest to go to them right now. And also, so in the month of July, I wanted to let you all know that I am going to take the month of July off of Florida content. As much as I love doing this, and I will continue doing this throughout the rest of the year, I've been doing it for 6 months, and I need a little bit of a break. I'm going to be traveling a lot in the next month, so I'm just simply not going to have time to dedicate 2 full videos to Florida content. Now, that doesn't mean that I won't be uploading. I'm going to attempt to film while I'm on vacation, and hopefully at some point in July I'll put out a video for like a travel vlog video of the places I have gone and seen, and you know, what I've done and all of that good stuff. So there will still be content, it just won't be Florida based, and I will come back with my new Florida based video in August, the second week of August. Just to remind you all, I do upload every second and fourth Friday of the month. Occasionally there are 5 Fridays in a month and I throw out an extra video, but yeah. So anyways, I'm out of breath because I'm just rambling now. Again, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in August. Bye!